We're now following on from the previous video in our modifying objects section, and we're staying in the 05 underscore modifying objects drawing file as well. Now you'll notice I'm zoomed in the office named view. If you're not zoomed into that already, just jump over here to the view control, click on the view name, custom model views as we've done in previous videos, and click on the office model view like that, and it will zoom into this view here. And you can see we've got the two furnished offices, and we've got the center line between the two unfurnished offices on the right hand side. So using zoom and pan on the mouse, just pan up a little bit and zoom in so that you can see that bottom left area there of the two unoccupied offices. Then go to the home tab on the ribbon, go to your layers panel and just check that your current layer is I furniture. We're just going to draw a rectangle that's going to represent a table. So I'm going to go to the draw panel here. Just click on the flyout here and select rectangle. And it has to be just freehand in this case. It really doesn't matter what the dimensions are. So I'm going to click there, just drag upwards to about there and click there like that. Not worried about how big it is whatsoever, as long as it's roughly that size in that space. It doesn't have to be exact. Now zoom in nice and close and make sure that you can see the corners of your rectangle like so. And we're going to look at the Fillet and Chamfer commands on the Modify panel in the Home tab on the ribbon. So I'm going to go up to the Modify panel and click on the flyout here, and you can see there's Fillet and there's Chamfer. Don't worry about the blend curves. We're going to click on Fillet first and come into the drawing area. Now it prompts me to select the first object. When you're filleting or chamfering, you select one line, you select another line, and then the intersection of those two lines becomes the fillet or the chamfer. So, you'll notice I can select that one, I can select that one. But before you commit to a fillet or a chamfer, you must give the fillet a radius or the chamfer a distance. So, you'll notice on the command line there's the option radius. Also, if I right click on the shortcut menu, I can select radius there as well. So I click on radius like so. And it asks me for a radius of the fillet on the corner of my rectangle. I'm going to give that 250 millimeters, that radius, and I'm going to press enter. Now it prompts me to select the first object again. So I select the line here, click, I select the line here. There's my little preview of my 250 millimeter radius for my fillet, and it fillets the corner for me. Saves me having to work out all the intersections and where the center of that arc is that forms that fillet. But you'll notice it is still a rectangular polyline. That's really useful. It doesn't break it up or explode it. So, wouldn't it be nice if I could do multiple corners with that fillet command? So let's go up to undo on the quick access toolbar, click there, and we're back to our rectangle again. I go back here now to fillet, and obviously I've undone the radius, so I need to right click, radius, and then 250 again, and then enter, and this is where the shortcut menu becomes king for this command. I then right click again, and select multiple. And I can now go all the way around my rectangle, line, line, there's a fillet, line, and line again, there's a fillet. So I can go round and multiple fillet my rectangle. Now I'm just going to press enter there to finish the command. I'm going to go back up to undo up here and undo those two fillets. Because what I can do is I can fillet all of the corners of a rectangular polyline, and it's a really neat trick. Back to the modify panel, back to the flyout and select fillet again. Right click, select radius. The radius is obviously 0 again because I've undone what I did before, so I put 250 in again and press enter. And this time, instead of selecting any lines, I just right click and go to the polyline option. I do that like that, click once, and it's done all four corners of my polyline. Now it doesn't have to be a regular rectangular polyline. It could be any shape polyline and it would do all of the vertices and the apexes of that particular polyline. So that's how quick and easy it is. Let's just undo that again using the quick access toolbar, and we'll have a quick look now at chamfer. So I click on the flyout again and I select chamfer, like so. It's the same process. It's prompting me to select the first line. So I right click first. Now you'll notice with chamfer I've got two methods, distance and angle, and then I can use method there to toggle between the two methods, the distance method and the angle method. I'm going to select distance, like so. And the chamfer distance, I'm going to make that 250, just like I did with the fillet. Press enter. It defaults to the second chamfer distance as well, making that 250 as well. So I just press enter again. I select the first line, again, so line, and then line again, just clicking on each, and there's my chamfer with a 250 distance, giving me a 45-degree chamfer. So I'll undo that again, like so, and then I go back up here to the flyout and select chamfer again. Right-click, distance. It's gone back to 0 because I undid what I had before. So 250, enter. It's 250, it defaults to the 250. I press enter to accept. And then I right-click again, and I've got that multiple option again. So I can go line and line. There's one chamfer, line and line. There's a second chamfer. Press enter to finish. Now, you'll notice that I can do the multiple chamfers as well. The good thing is I can also do the polyline chamfer as well. So if I go back up to undo, just to speed things up, I go back to the flyout on the modify panel and select chamfer. Right click, distance, put in 250 again, enter, accept the default 250 again, enter, right click again, see the shortcut menu is king again, and then it's polyline like so. I select the polyline, does all four corners with the 250 chamfer for me. So each of those chamfers is 250 by 250, giving me that 45-degree beveled corner on each corner of my polyline. So that's how you utilize the fillet and the chamfer in AutoCAD. Very neat, very quick, very easy.